think, all right, our technical issues are ironed out. I'm sorry. I didn't know that we weren't allowed to be on the air and talk about the issues you were having. But Chris has saved the day. I'm so glad you have come in.
I'm muted.
We have to let the boss in.
You know, usually you zip in and zip out of here. Why?
What are you doing?
Did you get this desk from that dude on 60 Minutes that died? What's his name?
Can you unmute me?
You're unmuted.
And why don't I hear my...
You got the same problem he does. If
you talk into the mic,
No.
you gotta face the right way.
The floor... Why is the music so loud? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just like... Okay.
I wish,
Hey, there you are.
This is hard to. This is tough to. I wish there was a lock for a low, like this is good, right?
Yeah, that's
I watched
pretty
some
good.
of our Ustream stuff, and it was definitely like, whoa, that music was loud.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was just right. Some of it was just right.
Anytime you talk, you bring the music down. Yeah, but the table's wobbling because the floor in here is not level because the building.
Oh.
I think some people that made it were probably like, you know, yeah, people one leg is too short and they walk around like with a limp because their body's uneven. I think one of those type of people like frame this place out.
Awesome.
Yo, and screw it, we're late for lunch.
We late for lunch.
Pour the concrete, let's go.
Time for my siesta.
Be like, Jose, the board's not even. Oh, it's okay. Once we put concrete and stuff on top of it, it's fine.
Tilt your head.
Tilt your head, bro.
It's like they're on a sheep. They'll get seasick.
Oh man, how appropriate we're in Doraville.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey now.
Great.
Doraville.
Okay.
Beautiful.
These people,
I
man.
just seen the coolest thing in the world in Burger King.
Okay, good.
He said in Burger King.
Have you
man.
guys been in Burger King lately?
No.
Okay.
No.
They have an electronic soda machine now.
That I have seen.
I have seen that.
It's got
The
like
Coke machine?
It's got like 50 different types of...
It's got a touch
There's like
screen.
two something.
It's beautiful, and every soda has 10 different flavors you can throw into it.
It's
I
fantastic.
just tasted like 3 different flavors of Dr. Pepper. I
I did the same thing when I saw the first one. I think we were at Hardee's, and I was like, "What the hell
You see
is
them more
this?"
and more. I
was
think
like-
it's a Coke thing, so Atlanta gets it first. Maybe?
I pressed high C, and they had like 10 different flavors of high C.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And I was just like,
They figured out. They've broken the,
I sent it to
the rule.
Facebook.
No, just 6 choices. Now it's like 100.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, I'm putting...
I like the Coke Zero with
We
like
want
a
it
lemon
here.
in
I'm
it or
putting one in my
lime.
house.
We want here.
No, not here. No.
Oh,
They don't
why
deserve
not?
it here.
What?
We do.
But
Excuse us?
But you're, in case you haven't noticed, you're the minority here.
Yeah.
No, really?
I'm the minority everywhere.
Well, you're
man.
Spanish, right?
Half, yeah. You know,
you
they
are.
split me in 2.
See,
But,
well, we share.
Are
a
you
little
related to
bit.
Colin Powell?
no. I would be ashamed to say if I was.
Do black people consider him black or white?
I
mean,
consider him somewhere in between.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Condoleezza Rice, I just consider her idiot.
that. Ooh, is she? Yeah.
National Security Advisor.
She was-
and she let the Twin Towers get bombed
Yeah. She was
They're
on
still
Team
by-
Bush.
by some guys who said, "Hey, we want to learn how to fly planes, but we ain't worrying about landing them.
Landing. We'll do
Ah,
that
well,
next
yeah,
time.
we'll
We
do
can
that.
wing it.
We'll wing it right into the
Yeah.
buildings."
And there's the
How do I-
instructors are the ones. Did they report those people or?
No. How does a national security advisor let the Pentagon out of all places get bombed? She's horrible.
There's some people still that say that wasn't a plane. They just said it was a bomb in there. I mean, can you believe it?
That's a plane.
That's a plane that crashed into it. Yeah. I know.
I watched the whole thing happen out my window in New York, the Twin Towers.
You were living in New York too, so
Yeah.
was I.
I was there. I watched
So
the
was
whole
I.
thing.
I was in Queens.
I was in Brooklyn. I was like,
I was in upstate. I saw nothing.
I went to work that morning. I was downtown Manhattan.
Really?
Looked out of the office building, and boom, I was like,
You saw the first one or the second one?
I saw the first one.
You did?
Saw the first one.
See, that's the one that not a lot of people saw. Once the the second
Saw
one
the first
everyone
one.
saw because
I saw
everyone
it.
was looking
I saw
up.
it right after it happened.
Wow.
Because you heard it. It said, it was a loud
Yeah.
noise and it was a little shaking.
Yeah.
And then you look up and you see the building on fire. I was like,
God.
word?
What?
I said, okay, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm out for the day.
I was like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
The dude I work for is like, where you going? I was like, home.
Yeah.
Do you see what's going on up the street?
Yeah, this is not going to end well.
No, this is not going to
No,
end well.
no,
That building's
no, no,
taller
no.
than everything.
No.
So then I sat there, and then as I was watching the first building we about to leave, leave,
Yeah.
the second one got hit.
Yeah, that's when like everyone's attention, every camera was on that building, and
Yeah.
boom, everyone saw that second plane.
And then I said, I
That's when
looked
you
up,
say we
and
are
I said,
being
ooh.
attacked.
I said these buildings are
major.
gonna fall.
Well, see, you guys were dealing with that, and I was in central New York, and we had like a mini earthquake at the same time. And so I'm watching this, and all of a sudden the ground's rumbling, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is
Really?
going on? Yeah, it was weird.
Whoa.
And then here we are, what, 10 years later? And then all of a sudden,
11.
we have the U.S. ambassador get killed in, what, Libya?
Yeah,
And
and we were talking about religion earlier.
Yeah.
This is all religion's fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
If we didn't have religion, these people wouldn't be so mad at us, and everyone would be living their lives like just be happy.
Yeah, like
I don't like that. That's what I don't like about religion. Is if you don't follow my religion, I don't like you, and I don't like that. It separates people.
It does.
It separates
It
people,
does.
and everything separates people, whether it's politics, religion, or even friggin' sports teams.
And you know what's so crazy?
come on,
And you
man.
know what's so crazy?
People hate each other's sports teams.
I do
over
hate
nothing.
each other's sports teams,
But it's
because
over
they're sports
nothing. It's
teams.
what is it about? Why would you hate?
Yeah.
I like the people. I don't have a problem with the people.
people-
It's when they act like
Right. But people turn
A-holes
over
about
cars
it.
over a friggin' sports game. I mean, it's so stupid.
I agree with the
And then-
rioting
and then
after
everybody
championships
says-
is wrong.
Then everybody says, oh, it's a Muslim and it's a Jew thing. I'm Muslim and I was in a Jewish man's house last night. We were drinking beer.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. It's
You're
not-
here right now.
Yeah, and you're Jew. Yeah, we're here right now.
And I'm Catholic, but I really don't give a
Jew-ish.
You're
crap.
Jewish, kind of. Yeah.
Jewish.
And I'm Muslim-ish.
I'm not religious at all because I
neither.
believe following the golden rule eliminates any need to go to services or mass. Just treat people how you want to be treated, everyone. Is it so difficult?
I kill you. I kill you. I kill you. Not if I kill you first. Silence. No.
You remember that guy? You seen him?
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham with the little
Oh,
puppet.
I haven't you talked about that. I haven't seen that Jeff Dunham
Ahmed the
bit.
Dead
I
Terrorist.
saw it once. That guy's kind of lame to me, but he's all right.
He
Is
said
he funny?
Ahmed the Dead. He said, how do you spell Ahmed? He said A C Phlegm. I was like, really? I love that guy.
Yeah.
Some of it was
He's
funny.
been around for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know,
those,
he's kind of tame to me, but I'm a little bit.
yeah. He keeps it clean. I like that.
He's pretty tame. He's for all
Like
audiences.
he has Ahmed doing jingle bombs.
Jingle bombs.
Jingle bombs. It's hilarious.
Okay, great.
You have-
The funniest thing is my fiance had never seen it, and the homosexual man across the street, he's like, "You've got to see these; they're fantastic." So we borrowed it. And she was like, "Okay." And we never watched it. She returned it right back to him. She's like, "That was awesome."
Really?
Yeah. I had already seen it, so
and then he's
You don't wanna
got
watch
his
it
other
again.
puppet. He's got Walter.
the
He's
old
been
man.
around for a while.
Walter
Looks
said-
like the vice president.
Yeah, he does.
Walter.
Oh, did you hear what Mitt Romney said? we were
Yeah,
talking about it on the morning show.
We're supposed to get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You know what? This guy, the best thing he could do is just stop talking.
Yeah, he should just
He totally
F
screwed his chances
you.
up.
What would he do if he drops out of the race right now? What would the Republicans do?
So, just referring.
Same
oh,
thing
really?
they're gonna do now. They're gonna pray that
Can
he
you imagine?
may
It's
do
never
something right.
Well, if you don't know, this is what happened. In a video from May, Romney claimed that 47% of Americans don't pay taxes, and they're going to vote for Obama no matter what. So he's only worried about the other.
No, he said those people.
53%.
He said not only did he say that, he said those people. I don't care about those people because they're mostly on welfare and food stamps anyway.
Yeah,
I was like,
Thanks
and
to
now
your taxes.
he's not even apologizing. He's so it wasn't worded properly. It wasn't elegantly stated.
yeah. How do you eloquently say something like that?
But doesn't he? I mean, to be stupid. I mean, even someone who works at McDonald's has to pay payroll taxes.
Well, here's the thing about taxes, and I talked about this on the morning show today.
Yeah.
What a lot of people in this country don't realize is we don't pay any taxes because of the Bush tax cuts. We don't pay any payroll income taxes at all. We get it all back at the end of the year. Where they make their money and where we pay taxes is at the gas pump, the FCC fees on your cable bill,
Yeah.
the electric bill, all of those outstanding taxes that you see.
Yeah, that's a good point.
making up for the payroll taxes
Right.
because I calculated how much I paid in taxes last year versus how much I got back.
Yeah.
And I got back more than I spent in taxes. So because of the Bush cuts, it's 47%. It used to be 20-something% when
Right,
Clinton was in
right,
office.
right.
So we're not paying any payroll taxes. They're trying to. The Republicans are pushing us to this fair tax system.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't feel it on your payroll, but when you go to the grocery store
Yeah.
and you pay taxes, and you go to the gas pump and you think it's $4 a gallon, it's not $4 a gallon. It's $2 a gallon, and the other $2 is taxes.
Right,
And they're
right.
taxing the hell out of us,
Yeah.
but we don't realize it because we're like, oh yeah, income
It's
tax,
coming out
woo,
of so many
party.
different places.
Exactly.
But getting back to Romney, I really was thinking about this. I think subconsciously, he may not even be aware of this. He really doesn't want to win. No, I don't think subconsciously he doesn't want to win at this point.
I don't think he wants the headache.
I don't think he wants to win. If you
He's going to lose money if he becomes a president. He's not going to.
He's got. Also, if you had $250 million, would you want to be president and take years off your life?
He's got that much money?
He's got $250 million. More than all the other presidents combined. All the living presidents
That's
combined.
Like that communist dude in New York, Mayor Bloomberg.
Yeah.
He's a communist.
I don't know about that.
You know why I say that?
Why?
How you going to tell me how much soda I can drink?
Yeah,
that's some communist behavior.
Well, listen, the healthcare costs are rising. Now, you can't control people. I realize that. But people don't realize how important their health is until it's too late.
But instead of trying to control how much soda I can drink, allow me to have health care that's affordable, like Obama said, and then maybe we can have preventive,
It's a tough situation because you don't want to tell people what to do every second. But people, listen, to me, it's like, I use the analogy, if you could only have one car in your life, would you change the oil every 3 months? Would you take care of that car to your best? You only get one body in this life, and people treat it like it's a throwaway sometimes.
That 3,000-mile thing is bunk. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
But if you only had one car per life and you had to get to work,
you still don't have to do it every 3,000 miles.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. People don't take care of it.
People take care of their cars better than their bodies sometimes. And your bodies, you can't get a new one yet unless we learn how to clone, which is a whole nother headache.
Yeah, that'll be off shortly. We can do it to sheep.
What I was trying to say is, I think subconsciously Romney does not want to win anymore.
No, he doesn't.
If he wanted to win, he would have released his taxes and say, and said, sure, check it out. I had made so much money, I couldn't keep it all here. Whoops.
I'm telling you, he takes a pay cut if he becomes president. He takes a pay cut.
Here's a quote from, I think, CNN.com. President Barack Obama leads the Republican challenger Mitt Romney nationally among likely voters, 50% to 45%, according to a poll released Tuesday night by NBC News and the Wall Street Journal. Now, none of these numbers are ideal for a president facing re-election. Obama is now tied with Romney, 43% to 43%, on which candidate will be better on the economy. Now, in July, Romney held a 6-point advantage on this question. So this means that if they're going to come out even on the economy, Obama wins.
All day long.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
And you know what's so funny?
I'm sorry, Mom.
And everybody says that the whole Obama thing is like it's a whole race issue with the election. But I talk to a lot of white people. They don't want Romney in there either.
No, because most people with a normal common sense, they don't want a guy who's going to control abortion and feed the rich.
No,
everyone knows Republicans take advantage of the middle class. I mean, that's kind of common knowledge, isn't it? But so many middle class people are Republican, it doesn't make any sense.
But you know what's so funny? We don't have a middle class in this country anymore. It's either you're
rich or you're poor.
It's either or now.
Yeah.
I'm the poor.
I'm the poor. Because I can't go in the store.
Struggling.
I have to, when you have to count how much groceries you have in your cart as just being
how many?
How many?
How much?
No, how much, meaning the amount.
Right.
If you have to count the dollar amount of your groceries as it's going onto the counter from the cart, then you're not.
I remember the days when I didn't do that.
Me too.
And I remember the days when I do that.
Yeah.
And I like the first one better.
Me too. And Clinton was in office and Reagan was in office back when I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Ever since the first Bush got in office, and then Clinton came and he fixed it, and then the next Bush came and messed it up again. Ever since the second Bush, I've been broke.
Even Clint Eastwood was on some talk show.
I would have to agree with that because I have been broke pretty much since
Bush.
Clint Eastwood went on a talk show and he didn't apologize for his talking to the empty chair thing.
Said they should have never let him speak.
Yeah, well, he said he doesn't even agree with Republicans. They've gone too far right at this point.
You heard what he said he had another interview that was on I think at LA Times, and he says the Republican Party was stupid. They were dumb for hiring me to speak at the GOP convention. I was like, really?
He doesn't even agree with a lot of them. He's more libertarian, is what he said. Yeah.
But when he said it's time for us to take our country back, I wanted to punch him in his face because I was like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, back from who?
Yeah,
back from who?
That's what everyone says. Back from who?
From President Blackenstein.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, Blackenstein. I like that one.
They act like he's some kind of freak, like he's doing something in office that nobody else has done.
Right.
You let Bush sit in office for 8 years and send us to war and get the Twin Towers knocked down and put us in this $1 trillion deficit.
Yeah,
and then you put this man in office and you expect him to fix it like overnight with a deadlock Congress.
Well, Clinton had 2 or 8 years, right?
Everybody's had 8 years.
Right, Clinton had 8 years, but it took him the first 4 years to screw it up and then to be able to fix it in the second 4. When he went out out with a bang, and he did it right.
But you know what, though? Clinton was the first 8-year president since Roosevelt on the Democratic Party side.
But they gave him the time to do it.
Time to fix it.
And he got it right.
So traditionally, this country doesn't let a Democratic president stay in for 8 years. So that's why they don't want him in there, period. I'm trying to be politically correct. I know why they don't want him in there. The listeners know why they don't want him in there.
Because he's
Blackenstein.
He got elected in the first place, but I think there was way too much stuff for him to tackle in 4 years. It's just not possible.
I was making a joke with my Jewish friend Gary. Big shout out to newbarter.com. Last night I was in his house and we were sitting and talking, and I was like, you know what they say about black people? Once you go black, he said, yeah, you don't go back. I said, no, once you go black, your credit goes bad. And he just turned red in the face, almost fell off the floor.
Very nice.
Yeah, Gary's a trip. When you see Gary, yeah.
We'll have to hang out with Gary.
Gary's cool.
I'd like to drink a beer with Gary.
Gary was in Forbes in 2009.
Wow.
Really?
Cool. Awesome. What does New Barter do?
New Barter, one of our sponsors, they are a business-to-business barter exchange.
Right.
So if you
services for
businesses. So if you want to cut back on your overhead and you want to make up for your lost capital, you can get things done like printing materials, promotional stuff. I bought my car on barter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's it's a cool thing.
I saw something like that on Facebook. Now
So you have to
bartering.
sell your services on the exchange, and they put cash in. It's like a new currency, and then you take that cash and buy stuff.
I have heard of those services before. We'll have to check it out, Rose.
Good stuff.
I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know if I could put myself out there like that.
You could. You just take a picture of it and just put it up there. 100% trade.
Right. Of himself.
I'm for free.
Of gold member.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to. You got like a wicked big camera with a huge lens.
He's part black, don't you know?
No. I'm saying you're gonna have to zoom in quite a bit. I'm not saying it's big.
All right.
I'm just saying you have to zoom in.
All right. I think we should take a break and recover from this. So, all right.
Oh, Lord.
We will catch you after this. Any last words, Chris? Yes! Someone light a match. This is disgusting.
Now, baby, don't